Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and thank you for tuning in to a brand new episode of The Nation Wants to Know, and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. We are asking, is there a deliberate plot right now to target the Indian Railways? Remember, the Indian Railways ferries more than 23 million passengers every day. 23 million. Now, for a moment, just think what would have happened had the driver who was driving the Kalindi Express last night not spotted an LPG cylinder right on the tracks. Had he not seen this, what could have happened? We would have been reporting and talking about a completely different story today. A story about devastation, a story about derailment, and a story about casualties. So who placed the LPG cylinder on the tracks? Who wanted something to happen? Was there a larger terror angle here? Was there a larger plan to target the Indian Railways? And is there a larger plan also to pass off a lot of derailments that, remember, have happened at least over the last 2 months or so, which are actually terror-related activities? These are very, very serious questions. The agencies that right now are investigating what has happened are not ruling out a terror angle. Even as you look at these images on your screens that talk us through the kind of recoveries, remember, that have been made, a petrol bottle, matchsticks, gunpowder, all this is found not very far from where this LPG cylinder was placed, right in the middle of the track. Why would anyone do that? And there is also a man by the name of Faratullah Gori, who's a Pak-based Islamist terrorist. He, remember, had posted a video not very long ago. He's also the mastermind of the 2002 Akshardham attack and the Rameshwaram blast of 2023. And he had said, "Ab jihad ka samay aa gaya hai," to activate sleeper cells to go out and hit Indian Railways. Is it important for us now to connect the dots? Before we unravel the entire quote-unquote terror plot here allegedly, let's put out a report that has been filed by our colleague Vinod, who was right at that spot just hours earlier. He's talking us through what has happened. Is there a larger terror angle here? And what really are certain evidences that the agencies today are looking at?
आप देखिए कि जो सिलेंडर यहाँ ट्रैक पर रखा हुआ था वो कैसे घसीटता हुआ गया है आगे। ये देखिए, ब्रेक लगने के बाद भी ट्रेन में स्पीड तो रही होगी और उसकी वजह से ये निशान जो है ट्रैक के बीच में जो पटरियाँ पड़ी हैं उन पर आप देखिए कैसे ये निशान आपको दिखाई देंगे। ये उस सिलेंडर के हैं जो रगड़ने के बाद आगे बढ़ गई है। ये कैसे, ये देखिए, और फिर ये करीब 20 मीटर का फासला होगा। देखिए, आपको दिखाया यहाँ से वहाँ तक सिलेंडर जो पुलिस वाले आपको इस वक्त दिखाई दे रहे होंगे, उनके बगल में क्राइम सीन बना है, वहाँ तक गई है। जो कुछ बरामदगी हुई है उसने एक बहुत बड़ी साजिश की ओर इशारा किया है। कहा जा रहा है कि जिस तरीके से एक बैग मिला है, बैग में जो व्हाइट पाउडर है जिससे कहा जा सकता है कि एक्सप्लोसिव हो सकता है। इतना ही नहीं, ट्रैक के पास जो है एक बोतल भी मिला है जिसमें पेट्रोल है और उसमें बत्ती लगी हुई है। मतलब एक पेट्रोल बम की तरह उसका इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। जैसे आप पेट्रोल बम लाते हैं, एक बोतल में पेट्रोल डालकर बत्ती लगाकर और आग लगाते हैं, वो पेट्रोल बम का इस्तेमाल होता है। तो ठीक वैसी ही जो है व्यवस्था यहाँ पे दिखने को मिल रही है कि पेट्रोल बम है। LPG सिलेंडर जो भरा हुआ है वो यहाँ मिला है। इसके अलावा जो है एक बैग में एक्सप्लोसिव पाउडर है। तो ये दिखाता है किस तरह से एक बड़ी साजिश की जा रही थी इस ट्रेन को उड़ाने की। हालांकि ये हादसा होने से, ये साजिश कामयाब होने से बच गई है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं सवाल है कि आखिर ये कौन लोग हैं जो बार बार ऐसे हादसे को अंजाम देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
And remember, just in the last 2 months, I was reading the data, there have been about 6 such instances. Suspicious, instances where you have had objects cement blocks to iron rods that have been placed on the tracks. This time around too, you're looking at these images that have come to us over the last many hours. The NIA now possibly is also going to be looking at the entire case, and there is going to be a larger probe on the terror angle. I want you to take a moment to listen in to everything that the agencies have said so far and why they believe you cannot rule out the terror angle in the case.
सभी पहलू को हम लोग देख रहे हैं और जो भी जैसे नतीजे होंगे हम आपको आगे बताएंगे।
बाहर से जो भी यहाँ पे आए होंगे आसपास हम लोग सब छानबीन कर रहे हैं, कैमरा देख रहे हैं और उसमें जो भी संदिग्ध होंगे उनसे हम लोग पूछताछ करेंगे। हम सभी पहलुओं को देखेंगे और बिना पूरी जांच पड़ताल किए इस पर कुछ भी कहना अभी संभव नहीं।
So is this a consistent and a well-oiled conspiracy? If you look at all the tell signs, is there something really dangerous and sinister? Let's quickly open this up with people who matter, people who possibly will help us shed more light on this entire issue. I'm saying good evening to Charu Pragya, the national spokesperson of the BJP, joining us. Dr. Vikram Singh Ji, who's a former DGP of the state of Uttar Pradesh, on the show. Rohit Agarwal is spokesperson of the RLD. Pradeep Bhati Ji represents the Samajwadi Party. Lokesh Jindal is a political analyst. He does lean towards the Congress, and Ravi Srivastava is a political analyst too, joining us. He does lean towards the Aam Aadmi Party. And leaving the politicians for a moment, I want to just begin with Dr. Vikram Singh Ji to understand what possibly we are looking at. Sir, has there been an attempt to pass off terror attacks as derailments in the last few months? When you look at these, signs, the kind of evidences, you have an LPG cylinder, petrol bottle, matchsticks, gunpowder. What are we talking about?
Deepti ji, good evening. I'm so happy that you have raised this red flag in the sense that the recovery is so sensational and indicative of a larger conspiracy and so very ominous. The footprint is like this, that if one is able to access all the explosive from the neighboring grocer's place, look at the recoveries there, potassium chlorate, sulfur, and other such ingredients, nails, petrol, gas cylinder. Everything can be accessed so easily. Yet, when put and assembled appropriately, it can have a devastating effect. In your opening remarks, you mentioned that 12 crores Indians travel at a given point of time on the railways, on the tracks that are spread about on 18 lakh kilometers. Under these circumstances, you also mentioned that serially all these accidents occur. The tree trunk placed there, the gas cylinder placed there, as also the huge cement slab placed there. Then I would also say, so many cases of young irresponsible men going on the railway track and trying to put and taking selfies because it a test balloon. But in totality, the picture clearly emerges that it is far from this. And in fact, what you also mentioned of Prat Lagori, I would say 200% that it is an attack on India, not just on the railways. And therefore, I'm satisfied that all the investigation agencies have come together and putting the best to give a befitting reply to those who indulge in this behavior.
Okay, I'll just better your audio, sir, so I can hear you better. In fact, the number is 23 million travelers, Lokesh, every day. That is almost the entire population of Australia. Just think of this. What would have happened, Lokesh, had last night you did not have that very vigilant driver who spotted the LPG on the track. He applied the emergency brake. Otherwise, we would have be talking of another story, and clearly a lot of this politics would have played out, Lokesh. Next time around, should the opposition also be a little bit more cautious and not allowed to be played by a lot of these elements?
Yes, good evening. What is more concerning is that if you talk about the gas cylinders, a person who does not have a license is not allowed to carry the cylinder, to transport the gas cylinder. And over here, what we see is, why was a person, first of all, able to transport a filled gas cylinder to that railway track? Question number one. He had petrol. Now, even petrol, you cannot have the petrol filled up in bottles and taken here and there. So the point is, it raises serious questions on whether this particular LPG cylinder it was transported by someone who holds the license, or was it a organized conspiracy? But there is a major failure of police law and order situation in that particular region.
Okay.
We want the state government to to accept the accountability as well as responsibility with respect to the laxity, because the Constitution requires the state administration to make sure that the railway tracks are safe and there isn't any form of administrative negligence with respect to these basic services. Now, over here, the state administration cannot simply put blame upon any person, any individual. The entire police machinery and administration is with the state, and that is only meant to act and deter such criminals.
Lokesh, hang on, Lokesh. I just want to, check whether you have again tried to pander to a particular sentiment while you made that comment. The person that I spoke about, and Vikram Singh ji would agree, there is this video that surfaced again in the August, just very recently. And his name is Faratullah Ghori, who's a Pak-based Islamist terrorist. He's the mastermind, Lokesh, of the 2002 Akshardham attack, the Rameshwaram cafe blast of 2023. He encouraged his supporters to carry out large-scale derailments in India. There are terror elements, and clearly when you have terror elements, you need to deal with the issue very differently, not politically. We need to be together as one to be able to respond to this entire threat, Lokesh. Do you agree?
Certainly, but then how can you ignore the laxities and the maladministration that is quite visible over here? From where did he procure the LPG? How did he transport the LPG to that particular railway track site? Why wasn't any form of interception made? Why is law and order so, I would say, so lax in that region that a person has the ability to procure this LPG cylinder, filled up LPG cylinder,
Lokesh, you are an intelligent man. You're an intelligent man. I want to believe that. There have been tons of these terror attacks that have been carried on in trains, with bombs being placed in trains. There is clearly a different SOP to deal with that entire issue. So please do not even try to, look at a very myopic view here by saying ki ye kar dete to aise ho jata, ye kar dete aise ho jata, because of that driver. The story today, Ravi Srivastava ji, is very different. There have been a lot of these derailments that have been reported, particularly in Uttar Pradesh in the last few months. Like I said, about 6 cases in the last 2 months. And all of you have only gone for the railway minister. You said wo real mantri hai. That's how you people have responded.
Good evening. Good evening, Deepti. First of all, I am a person from the oil industry. So I know very well about the transportation of the LPG cylinders and the filling and the petrol procurement from these retail outlets, and all these things are very well known to me. Now, what I want to say here is there have been at least 40 incidents in last 3 months since Mr. Vaishnav took over as the rail mantri again, where derailment, decoupling and collision have taken place. Not more than 40 incidents. Every alternate day you will hear some malgadi got decoupled, some train got collided, and dozens of people have also died in those incidents. Now, my view here is that easily one can identify where the cylinder, whom it belongs to, where it was filled, who was carrying it, where he was carrying it, and how somebody can do it. Similar thing is for the petrol as well. Now, these are, you rightly said it, these are myopic things. What I am asking is, 15 days before Sabarmati Express, there was a wooden lock placed on the track, and police, what did they investigate in last 15 days? Have they come out any conclusion of that whose act was that?
Okay, good question, Ravi, good question, and I think it's a good point. I should get Charu into this conversation. Charu, tell me something. 23rd and 24th of August, cement blocks are laid at the same location to derail the Vande Bharat. What Ravi ji also said, on the 23rd of August, it was the Farrukhabad Express. On its route, a wooden log is placed on the track. Can you tell me what do we know about the investigation, Charu, so far in both these cases?
Absolutely, in Farrukhabad. But let me begin from the beginning, Deepti, and I will come to the arrests that have been made. Let's remember that this is the largest carrier of passengers globally, 23 million every single day, which is more than the population of many countries. This is a network which is the lifeline of our country, and who wants to hit out at the lifeline of our country and carry out these planned? These are planned, and I don't believe anybody who wants to pretend otherwise. Derailments, these kind of blockages which are made on the tracks. Multiple incidents have happened in the last couple of months. You've read out a few. I will add some more. We will begin with Kanpur today, but before that, Gwalior had an incident when stones were found on the tracks. Jabalpur had an incident. Uske baad, Farrukhabad, you just mentioned yourself. Aligarh had another incident on the 22nd of August. Karnataka had a sabotage where an underage boy was found placing objects, stones, etc., boulders on railway tracks. That boy was taken away. In fact, all of these things, Kanpur had an incident in June as well. All these things have one thing in common, and that is civilians, so-called civilians who are not well-wishers of our country, are going out, finding large objects, and they're destructing the path of Indian Railways, and it seems very organized to me. And I'm sorry if Lokesh wants to pretend that asking for the resignation of a railway minister is sufficient. Did you ask for strict and stringent punishment of those people who've been up to all of this? The person who was caught at Farrukhabad, 2 people have been arrested.
Charu, who's behind this? Is there one common thread that, connects all these derailments?
So one common thread that I can talk about right now is a warning or a call, a clarion call that was issued by a Pakistani terrorist. This man actually went out to say, and he said it very clearly, openly, his name is Ghori. He said that let's derail as many trains as possible in India, get cement blocks, put boulders. He said all of that, and this has been happening. One of the people out of the 2 arrested in Farrukhabad is the son of Bharat Kisan Union leader. Dev Singh is the name of this guy.
Are you saying that there is a link between this BKU leader and Faratullah Ghori? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there are people here who are listening to this encouragement which comes from foreign shores, which comes from foreign soil, which talks about disrupting India's system. And this disruption has gone on.
Charu, why don't you name and shame these people? Because at the end of it, even Rohit will agree, and so would, Pradeep Bhatiji and Vikram Singh, of course. It's about the safety of people. I mean, 23 million people traveling on the tracks every day. This could happen anytime. If we are aware, if there are signs, if there are indications, please pick up such people.
Being done. That is being done. But allow me to add one more thing. I don't understand political spokespersons coming on your show today who are so blatant in their disregard for what these criminals are up to. They're worse than criminals, they're terrorists. Imagine how many passengers one single train is carrying, and a disruption like this makes global headlines in a negative way for our country. How can you sit here and defend it? How can you sit here and ask cylinder kahan se aa rahe? सबके घर में सिलेंडर होता है. Criminal mindset cannot be controlled. Every single time it cannot be controlled. It can be punished, yes, and that punishment has started. Arrests have been made. Arrests have been made in Farrukhabad also. But instead of pointing fingers at the people who are giving more and more air to this fire of disruption and terrorism and anti-national activities, you sit here and question what doesn't need to be questioned today. Shouldn't you unite on issues such as this at least?
Okay, I see both Lokesh and Ravi ji want to come into the conversation, but please allow me a quick time because I want to get in Rohit and Pradeep Bhati also here. Rohit, how would you respond to what you've just heard from Charu? Who's accountable? Who's responsible?
Yeah, definitely, government is accountable, and government is trying their best to stop these incidents. See, from where all this started. It's all started last year when Orissa incident took place, and we lost around 296 of people.
Are you saying that was also a sabotage?
Yeah, surely.
So have we arrested people? Have we picked up people, Rohit, who are behind that entire sabotage? People should know this, right?
Yeah, definitely. We have. The government has tried their best, and even many of the people were arrested in that case also. But the opposition was not ready to accept this, that there is a conspiracy. And now the problem is this: कि just to target a government, these people are ये ऐसे करने से नहीं होगा. रवि जी, ऐसे करने से नहीं होगा. ठीक है ना? आपको सेंसिटिव होना पड़ेगा, लोगों की जान का मामला है, ऐसे ऐसे करने से नहीं होगा, आपको समझना पड़ेगा।
पूछेंगे तो किससे सवाल पूछेंगे?
नहीं, हमसे सवाल पूछो ना,
क्या किया?
हमसे सवाल पूछे, राजनीति मत करें।
सरकार ने क्या किया? अगर आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन है और अगर ये व्यक्ति रोहित इस तरह के वीडियोस बनाता है जहां पर खुली खुली धमकी देता है, तो कुछ तो किया जाएगा ना। वी कांट बी सिटिंग
किया जाएगा, और गवर्नमेंट कर रही है, गवर्नमेंट सक्षम है। गवर्नमेंट को बदनाम करने के लिए, गवर्नमेंट को बदनाम करने के लिए आप आतंकवादियों का साथ दे रहे हो।
अच्छा, आप ये चार्ज लगा रहे हैं कि सरकार को बदनाम करने के लिए ऑपोजिशन इस समय आतंकवादियों का साथ दे रही है। प्रदीप भाटी जी, डू यू अग्री विद दिस? आर यू गिल्टी ऑफ, you know, in your blind hatred towards Narendra Modi, forgetting about the security of other crores of people who travel on the railways every day?
Thank you and good evening to all. Firstly, about the Kanpur incident, it is under investigation and various agencies, by the various agencies. There is no statement being made by any investigation. Being a responsible opposition, we do not want to speculate.
Okay.
As done by the BJP leaders and the minister, which we have seen, to hide their incompetency, they have given few statements. There are over 660 train accidents that has happened since 2014. Were these 660 accidents linked to a terror attack or are sabotage? If not, please do not try to divert and deviate from the issue pertaining to the lives of common man, and those especially lost their life and their near ones. All the ministers in the BJP government is following the same Modi ji's footstep. Maximum advertisement, minimum delivery. Government is playing with the lives of the common man. They are not actually delivering what is expected from them. And having the highest,
would never want to ensure that a terror element like that is able to, you know, hit out at our fellow people who are traveling in the railways or anywhere else. What are you showing to us?
This is the National Safety Day, March 4, 2022. It was made by the railway minister that this is a national safety. What has happened to that national safety? The collisions of the trains is happening since 2022 till date.
Okay, so but Pradeep ji, you would agree what you're talking about is another debate. It's another debate. It's a valid debate. You must ask questions to Charu and to Rohit ji. But today the larger angle is about conspiracy. Before I get in Charu and Vikram Singh ji for their, closing comments, Ravi, would you accept what you've heard from Charu?
I absolutely do not agree with her. She is just making the tall claims. I am asking, my friend rightly asked, so many accidents have taken place. Did they all have a sabotage angle? Either any miscreant should be caught and punished. Nobody has a sympathy for anyone. But, branding somebody for that this only group has done it. How many people have you caught? How many people have you punished? Show us. Out of 296 deaths in Odisha, how many people have been brought to book?
And Charu, quickly you can respond to that. Charu.
Big zero.
So, no, with all due respect to the seniority of Ravi ji, please understand there is a lot of difference between accidental death and murder. This is murder. Do not equate it to anything else. And this is murder carried out at a large scale by terrorists, placing stones, boulders, cement blocks, trees, etc., cylinders, whatnot on railway tracks is terrorism. Do not equate it with an accident, I urge you, please, because this is a national interest. For once, you can rise above your petty politics. The second thing is the government is acting very strictly and swiftly on all these young men who come from a certain ideology and mindset, who are determined to disrupt India's system and rise. These are people who are picked up off the track sometimes from CCTV, sometimes they are arrested, they're put behind bars.
Is there any group, Charu, is there any group behind all this? What do we know about the investigations?
So, Deepthi, I wish I knew more about whether all these different cities and states were connected by one single organization. They are definitely connected with a thread of ideological similarities, though.
Okay, because I've run out of time, but Vikram Singh ji, I will give you the last 10 seconds, sir, to close the conversation.
Deepti ji, it will be extremely counterproductive if we have a running commentary on the progress and investigation. The footprint of this investigation is that it is a terror attack, an attack on India, not just on the railways. That is why all the investigating agencies have come together to give a befitting reply. I would have been very happy if the President and the United Nations would have given a befitting reply to the terrorists and those working against it.
Okay, will that happen? We are watching that story very, very closely. And Charu, the entire country is concerned. If there is a terror plot to target the Indian Railways, we need to thwart that plan ASAP. Charu and all gentlemen, thank you so much right now for your time. We are quickly heading into a break, but we'll keep our eyes focused on that big story. Lots more when we come back.